Hello. Thursday, no, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here with us in this virtual space energy today. And it's dark and it's kind of rained a little here in the Bay Area, so that's surprising. And where did the year go? It's already going to be Thanksgiving next Thursday. Is it next Thursday? Okay. So next Thursday, we're thinking of perhaps for the first time not doing a class because it's holidays. But if you would really appreciate a class on Thursday on Thanksgiving, drop me a comment and we might do it in the morning. Possibly squeeze one in the morning because in the evening we might have some close family gathering. So let me know about Thanksgiving for you people that always, my loyal students, I want to hear from you. And I guess anyone that's listening, if you're new to, let me know if you would be around Thanksgiving morning for a yoga class. That's next Thursday already. Can you believe that? Okay, so we're going to say hello to each other or say hello. Hello, Alice and John. Welcome back. Suresh and Teresa. Yay. And we're just going to go a little side to side. Side. And Jen. Okay. So Alice wants Thanksgiving morning yoga. Hi, Fernanda. So just feel your spine moving side to side. And try to have that wave. It seems like really simple, but moving from your tailbone and then just have the wave continue all the way up your spine through the crown of your head. Hello, Emma. And Anna. Welcome. We're just swaying today, getting into that lateral side of our spine right now. So you can add a little bit, leaning forward a little, maybe holding on to your knees. And then we'll just go ahead and walk it out. Stretch up and over. Hello, John Scarborough. And reaching up and over. Noticing how it feels in your side body. If you're more flexible, you can bring your elbow to the floor, but it's not about going as deep as you can. Just go to a stretch that feels as good as it gets for you in your body, in the body you have today. Walk it out. Other side, lift up, lengthen, 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 and stretch over, over, over. All right. Lift and lengthen. We're going to take a twist now. So just super straight posture as you twist over to one side. And the other side. Hello, May. Welcome. Okay. And welcome, Angelica. So let's go ahead and shrug the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. forward, up, back, and down. And just take your ear over one shoulder and just roll it back and forth a little bit, checking in with how much tension we have accumulated today, upper back, neck, and shoulders. Notice if it feels better if you walk the opposite hand out, or maybe even take your hand behind your back. You can nod your head slightly over that shoulder. Feel that extra stretch in the front there. You can just make little circles in one direction and in the other direction. Get lengthening up, and then other side, dropping ear to the shoulder. And checking in with your body, how it feels as you nod slowly. And whatever feels good, you can bring your hand behind you if you like. Nodding forward and back. And then looking at the knee on the opposite side, you're just going to make little circles in one direction and the opposite direction. All right. And then release. We're just going to go ahead and turn and look over your left shoulder, look over your right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. One last time to your left and one last time to your right. And then go ahead and close your eyes. Settle down into your breath. As you inhale, feel your belly expand on the inhale. Relax on the exhale. Nice deep breath in. Open your mouth, blow it out. 2 more times like that. Inhale all the way. Open the mouth, blow it out. Last time. Open your mouth, blow it out. Hands in front of your heart, drop your gaze, and take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll fill that in with 3 ohms. Inhaling deeply. Oh. Oh. Okay, welcome Sylvia from Montreal. Welcome. Let's come into a child's pose. Let's walk our hands over to the left. Hi, Jawad. Thanks for joining. Keep your head down, right fingertips up. Then isometrically dragging the right fingers back towards the right side of your mat. And then other side, right forearm off the mat, left fingertips off the mat, forehead down, and then try to drag your left fingertips back towards your left knee. For that side body stretching and maybe all the way stretching up into that left armpit. Okay. And from here, you're just going to turn your palms up. You can place them between your knees, and you're just going to stretch out your carpal tunnel muscles. So you can claw the floor so the knuckles are up, and lift your butt off the floor and slowly sit back and stretch out your forearms. And palms face up. You're just going to do this and fan yourself off. Okay. And spread your fingers, index fingers parallel, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Drop your belly, look up, a little cat-cow, round your back, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Drop your belly, look up, round your back, tuck the tailbone under. All right, let's take your right arm up, make a fist and circles. Thread the needle, form to the floor. And isometrically just dragging back your right arm. So again, you can stay here if it feels good for you. If you want to do more, left leg straight. Again, not for everyone. You're going to lift up the left leg. You can try to slowly bring it forward without falling. Maybe touch the floor somewhere, or maybe you can plant that foot right into your hands. And then from here, you're going to pull the right shoulder back into the socket. And then maybe lift the left arm up. Maybe take it behind you or grab onto the inner right thigh. Roll your shoulder back and look up. And release. We'll try the other side. Left arm up. Circles. And thread the needle. So isometrically dragging the left shoulder back. Again, this is a great place to be Take your right hand to the top if you like. To do a little more. Right leg straight behind you. Lift it straight up. And maybe bring it forward into your hand or just on the floor somewhere is fine. And take your right hand up if you can or want to. It's just a preference thing. Rolling your shoulder back. And release. Okay, go ahead and come on down to your belly. And hands by your hips, chin down, lifting everything up. Shalabhasana. And down and up. Breathing your shoulder blades, pointing your toes, strengthening our backside. One more time, coming down. And last time, coming up. And then let's bring either your forearms down for Sphinx pose, or you can come up into a cobra. If you're ready, roll the shoulders back. So sending your heart through your arms, taking the back of your neck back in line with your spine, pressing down into the tops of your feet. And turn, look over your left shoulder. Turn, look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. So pedal your feet, shake your head yes and no here. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bring it forward between your hands. Step forward, forward fold. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Bend your left knee. Rest your elbow over your thigh, and then just turn and rest more weight on your elbow and turn. So you might be able to reach your hand to the floor, but it might feel better like this. You feel more of a T-band stretch, maybe opening up. Let's do the other side. So either you can keep your hand down or just play with, does this feel better? Resting on the forearm and then opening, instead of the arm straight up, maybe opening out a little more. Good. Back to center and come all the way up. Arms overhead. And we're just gonna just shift your weight to one side, a little side body stretch. Any way you like. You can pull one wrist over, or you can take your hand to your hip. That feels better for you. You can do this. Okay. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold right leg back, left leg back. Lower to your belly. Point your toes. Cobra and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Bring it forward. Left leg steps forward. Circle the arms up. Let's dive it all the way down. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Right leg back. Lower to your belly. Cobra. And downward facing dog. Left leg lifts for three-legged dog. Bring it forward. Step it forward. And circle the arms up. One more round coming down. Right leg back. Left leg back. Lower to your belly. Find a cobra. Maybe an up dog. If you press into the tops of your feet, lift your thighs off the floor. If you're ready for that, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bring it forward. Lunge. Dip your hips low as it will go with your knee over your ankle. Then step forward, forward fold. Circle the arms up. Other side. Hands come down, lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, left leg back, right leg back. So chaturanga, halfway down if you can. Cobra or up dog, so thighs are lifted if you can. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Bring it forward. And then exhale, sink your hips down as low as it'll go. Maybe even tap that back knee to the floor for a moment. And then step it forward, forward fold. And circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Bend your knees, sink your hips for chair pose, Utkatasana. And then forward fold. Clasp your hands behind you. Knuckles up to the sky. Straighten the arms if you can. Look over your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Hands to the floor. Bend your knees. Walk, step, or jump back. Chaturanga or to your belly. Find a cobra. And downward facing dog. Right leg lift. Bend it and stack it. Open up your hips. Look under the left underarm if you can. And then let's bring it forward. High lunge. Come on up. Kali Mudra or little Charlie's Angels Mudra here. You're just going to turn to your right. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open your arms out to the side. Drop your left hand. Hello, Tracy. Welcome back. And we're going to step it back. Lower to your belly. Find a cobra. A downward facing dog. Feet together. Left leg lifts. Bend it and stack it. Open up your hips if you can. Look under your right underarm. Bring it forward. Come on up for high lunge. Square the hips forward. Kali Mudra or Charlie's Angels Mudra. Here we go for 6, 5. Just turn as much as you can to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Open up. Lean on down. Lift that bottom hip another inch or 2 if you can. And step it forward, forward fold. Good. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Turn over to the left. Both elbows over both knees if you can. If it's too much, you're going to lean your forearm over both knees and do this instead. Okay. So holding here. And if you're able to, shoot that right leg straight back while keeping your balance. If that's too hard, just come to your knees. And you can do a low lunge twist here. Just do this if it's hard to do this. Okay. Maybe open the arms for some of you. Maybe backward spine. And release. Step on back. Hold a nice strong plank. See if you can tap your right shoulder without rocking your hips, your left shoulder. Right and left, little core work, shoulder taps. Right and left. 3, 2, last 1. Good, come on down. Cobra. Downward facing dog. And we're going to look forward. And you can bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Bend your knees, sink your hips. And again, we're going to twist this way to your right. If you need to, you're going to put your forearms over your knees. And if you can, shoot your left leg straight back. Twist. Maybe open the arms, or maybe your knee is down, that's fine. And we're going to release. Keep it down. Forearm down, clasp your hands. Come to your knees if you need to. Otherwise, you're going to pop up into a dolphin pose. Walk your feet closer together. Closer to your elbows if you can. Coming forward and back. If you can, if it's too hard, just come to child's pose. Otherwise, we're just building the shoulders. 2 more times here. 1 and 2. And let's bring our knees wide and we'll take a puppy pose here. All right. You can bring a blanket down if you like. Right leg forward. Low lunge. Exhale, coming forward. So you can bounce here a little if you like. Fingertips down. You can wiggle the back knee as far as you can, hands on blocks or soup cans, and then you're going to straighten the front leg, Ardha Hanuman. So if you have blocks, it's nice to have a little support. This heel down, toes up, and just dragging the heel back towards you, turning on those hamstrings. If you're more flexible, you can fold over the front leg as well. And then you're going to wiggle it out to the side, lift the back knee, just a quick lizard here. Opening up inner thigh. Here you can lift the front toes, rock onto the edge of your foot. So most of you, if you're beginning here, your arms will be straight. That's the smallest stretch. It gets deeper once you bring your elbows lower. So maybe forearms on a block or forearms come down. It's a lot more deeper stretch. But if you're okay with it, then come on down. All right, left forearm comes down. You're going to turn to your bent knee and maybe reach back and catch your foot. Pull it in if you can. If you cannot catch your foot in lizard, then you just come laying like a cobra and you reach back and you catch your foot. So you should be able to do this one. It's not as intense a stretch, but it's better than anything. And we'll do the other side. So left leg forward. Interlace your fingers, come on down. Make sure your hips are squared. Pressing into the back knee, lifting up through the crown of your head. You should feel the front of your right hip flexor stretching. can pulse if you're a pulser, or you can just hold it. Oh, Alice says Thanksgiving morning yoga, 7:30, perfect. 7:30 is too early for me, Alice. 8:30 is probably the earliest, just like our HIIT classes. Okay, so from here you can have fingertips down, shift it back, exhale back. One more time. So you can be up here in Ardha Hanuman, or you can just fold forward if you're more flexible. And let's rock it forward. Early lizard coming down. You can do it any way you like. Everyone has their favorite lizard. So you can have the foot flat on the floor here, arms straight. Or you can have elbows to a block or forearms to a block. You can lift the front toes, rock onto the edge of your foot. Okay. Bring your right forearm down and turn, reach back. Grab your foot if you're able to. And release. And let's pop back up into a downward facing dog. Right leg lifts and bring it forward. Let's spin the back heel down. Come on up for warrior two. So shrugging the shoulders, reaching out. Reverse the warrior. Maybe hand floats behind you. Arm to your thigh for side angle. Turn your heart up to the sky. Drop your hand to the floor. If you're able to, bend and straighten the leg a little. Hand behind you, roll the shoulder back. Find your half bind. If it feels good here, just stay here. You want to try the bind, full bind, lean back again. The crown of your head should be tracking the second or third toe. And turn this foot in, other foot out. Come on up for warrior two. Working up and taking it out. Reversing the warrior. Forearm to your thigh. Reaching long through the side body. Turning your heart up. And drop your hand to the floor. Bend and straighten if you can. Half spine or full spine. Leaning back. And release. Quarter turn back. And I'll just show you the side view here. You want to heel toe a little closer together. It's still wide. Hips back. Holding onto the tops of just above the knees, the inner thigh. And drop your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. And if you can, karate chop your knees away. So you sink a little deeper. Feel a little deeper stretch. The inner thigh. Other side. Okay. All right. So it's been a while since we did the frog pose. I know you've been waiting for it. And if you haven't, that's mean you need it the most. The poses we hate or the poses we dislike. We dislike them because we're tight there. We don't want to do it. We're not good at it. So that's when you need to do it more. So if you have a medical condition, or if you have a medical condition or it just hurts so much to stretch the inner thigh here, instead of doing it with your body weight pressure, opening up your inner thighs like the inner splits, you can just lay on your back, feet against a wall or so, or just like this, and then just let your inner thighs fall out and just gravity just holding you down like this. So that should not overdo it for you. But for most of us, you should be able to do regular frog like this. So it's as if my feet were flat against a wall. And then I have these right angles at my ankles. And then the knees are stacked over the ankles, right angle here at the knees. Yeah, the top, do a top view. So you see the right angles? So that's what you want. Okay, so we're going to try to do 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. If it's too much, you can get out of it. So the reason why I have a blanket on slidey floor is because as my hips become more open, then I'll be able to slide a little deeper, which you may or may not want, but sliding already. So again, my inner arches of my feet are on the floor and my toes are pointed away from each other, okay? Because I see some people in real classes that have the wrong form. I just want to let you know. Okay, so my knees are starting to slide a little further apart because it's getting a little more open. So if you don't have a sliding and you want to just wiggle your knees a little, like an inch away from each other, it might be okay. But listen to your body, it might not be. Okay. So just about 30 seconds more. Okay, so now you're going to press down with your forearms. You're going to slowly walk your big toes toward each other, and then you'll press yourself up. Okay, and then your knees, then your hips probably want a nice stretch now. So you just come onto all fours. You can just make small little circles with your hips in one direction, to the left, forward, to the right and back, left, forward, right and back. And you can do opposite direction, to the right, forward, left and back. Whatever feels good to you. Okay, so now we're all warmed up. We should probably do one more quick hamstring stretch. So right leg forward, and you can hold onto a couch if you don't have blocks, just stretching the front four backs of your hamstrings here. You can pulse a little. Good, and you're just going to switch legs. So taking that left hip back, really feeling the back of your left hamstrings, and just folding over. You can hold a static stretch, or you can pulse. I like to pulse a little, warming up into those hamstrings. All right, feet together and circle up. All right, so we got to do the photo that was advertised today, which just got flashed up. So we're going to do it. So it's kind of like a bird of paradise, but if you don't feel warm enough, you don't have to extend the leg out. So you can either start with your foot on a block to make it easier, and you'll just try to bind like this. Or if it's too hard to do that, maybe just tippy toe, lean forward. May or may not be able to clasp here. And maybe this is all you have, because I think this was the photo, so that's fine. But if you're able to, you could bend both legs and slowly lift on up to balance. Or you can just start up here and do a tree pose, okay? But if you're able to, the peak pose today is trying to lift. This is good enough for your bird of paradise. You have a practice, you want to straighten that leg even better. Point the toe and down. Other side. So again, if there's no way you can do that other part, don't worry about it. Just do a tree pose right? We're balancing on one leg, basically. We're doing the bind, and we did that big hip opener, a lot of frog and everything else. So you might be able to take a bind and lift on up, pressing down with the left foot lifting up. So this is good enough. If you're able to straighten this leg, even better. And now do this. Just one side, the other. Just loosen everything up. This one is really hard to do. Okay. I just felt a little silly.
Can you floss?
What's that?
Can you floss?
Can I floss? No, not on camera. Okay. So hopefully your birds look good. And even if it's a half a bird like this, it's fine. It's balanced, it's hip opening. And you can hold on to a wall and do it. It's actually a very advanced practice, so don't worry if you can't do it. It's a practice called a practice for a reason. Practice makes progress, not perfect. So let's come on down. Let's come onto our backs. So if you want to bring a strap, that's good. And let's strap up the bottom of the right foot here. Good. So, straightening the leg. Feeling the backs of your hamstrings stretching. If you don't have a strap, easily done just interlacing your fingers behind. And then you can grab the strap and lower your foot out to the side. Or you can just hold your foot out. Or if you're flexible, grab your big toe, bring it out to the side if there's no furniture in your way. Or you can use furniture to press your foot against that. You want to make sure that left hip crease is not lifting up too much. And then you're going to bring it forward, knee into your chest. And then you're going to stack your pelvic bones one over the other. And you can find your favorite version of spinal twist here. So this feels good for most people. You can stay here. But if you want, you can straighten this leg. And then you add IT band, hamstrings. And that top arm, you can reach over your head. And then you can pull it down slightly. Reach over your head. Pull it down slightly. All right. To the other side. Oh, we're starting with hamstring stretch. Bending the knees and stretching. So we can take it out to the side. You can hold your leg out if you don't have a strap, or grab your foot if you're more flexible. Keep this hip down. center, knee into your chest. Take a side, body twist. And you can straighten the leg if you like. And reach the arm up, maybe pull it down. Or just reach it up and out, whatever feels good. Kind of feel a stretch all the way into the armpit there. Okay, back to center. Feet flat on the floor, lift up for bridge pose. If you've had enough, of course, come on down, Shavasana, for a couple minutes. Otherwise, if you have a full back bend practice and you want to go for it, now's the time to practice. Come onto your head and straight. Good. You can lower down and do another one. The first one's always crankiest. Try feet flat or tippy toes. Come on down and just windshield wipe your knees side to side. You can sit on your hands. Press your elbows into the floor, lifting up your sternum for fish pose. Leaning back. Maybe your head touches the floor, maybe it hovers. Either way, press down with your elbows, lifting up your chest. And let your neck be easy. And when you're ready, you can either stay here in Shavasana or you can join me as we close out the class. Turning over to one side, slowly coming up, finding a comfortable seated position. Hands in front of your heart. And with gratitude for our class, with gratitude for this gift of yoga, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. And please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment, share my channel with anyone you think would enjoy it. And also let me know in the comments whether you would want a Thanksgiving yoga class. We would do it in the morning because Thanksgiving evening is a special time for us. So let me know in the comments whether we should do it. And that's it. Oh, bye, John. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to keep sharing my channel. Thank you, guys. And that thumbs up button, because everyone always forgets to hit the thumbs up button. Okay, thank you, guys. Goodbye. Be safe.